Hello everyone, this is Rexer of the YouTube and Twitch channel NotQuiteThereGaming, bringing you a non-streamed recording of an interesting little game I found. Now, what's the story of me finding this game? Well, I was on Twitter, tweeting about random stuff about my channel, and I have followed a few people that I'm interested in, because I really don't use Twitter other than for the channel, so I don't have a personal Twitter. And there's this YouTube personality that tweets out, Battle for Wesnoth just got a huge update. And I'm like, what the hell is Battle for Wesnoth? I never heard of this game. So I decided to look into it. Turns out it's a turn-based strategy game. It's free. It's completely free, and I will be posting the link for where you can get it and where you can look into it in the description of this video, so you can try it whenever you want. And it's obviously, if it's free, it's made by some random enthusiasts, I would say. It has an interesting 16-bit-ish style of sprites to the units. If I am not terribly mistaken, you can see a few examples here in the menu. The menus are nice and polished. I was particularly interested in this title because I study computer sciences and I do want to kind of get into making video games, but I'm not really sure where to start. So looking into a game like this made by other people is an interesting proposition for me, because I can see how it looks like for a game to be made by just some random people, not a huge 100 or 200 man studio of people that have been doing this for all their lives, basically. So I thought I would look into it for my own personal reasons. Turns out that it's not a bad game, actually. It's kind of fun. So I thought I would share it with you guys, with my viewers. So yeah, that's another long story that probably didn't need to be that long. So yeah, it's a turn-based strategy, and we're going to be taking a reasonably short 1-hour look at it right now, with possibly more coming later, if it's not a total, complete and utter failure for you liking it, because I only have 1 hour to look into it. So I'm actually eating into my own time. Whoops. Okay, so let's start the campaign. Oh crap, before we start the campaign, I actually want to show you something interesting. So we have the multiplayer, but other than this stuff, which I don't want to get into right now, okay, whatever, my house, whatever, it's fine. It has a lot of factions. Well, not that many factions, but they're interestingly diverse, I would say. So we have loyalists, which seem like the regular knights. We have rebels, which are actually kind of elves and stuff. We have northerners, which seem like well, you know, these guys, maybe they're kind of similar, so I don't really know about that. But the thing that really excites me the most is the fact that they have an undead faction. I really like that in fantasy games. I really like having an undead faction, and this game has it. I played a little bit with it in a single-player scenario and multiplayer, quote-unquote, a skirmish. Skirmish versus AI. And they have some interesting units. Kalgan Alliance looks like some dwarves, and drakes. They have drakes, and they do breathe fire. They're kind of man dragons. They stand on 2 legs and stuff. I don't know. It's kind of funky. But originally I wanted to play the tutorial for you guys. Turns out my cold had different plans, and I gave up on that. So we're gonna jump right into a campaign, and I'm gonna try to well, I'm gonna try and tell you all the stuff you need to know about this game, so you have a decent idea about what it entails. It's not a lot. There's not that many basics. It's interesting. It's fun, and we're gonna see why. So let's pick a campaign. We have Heir to the Throne, novice level, 23 scenarios. A Tale of Two Brothers, novice level, 4 scenarios. Orcish Incursion. Oh, there's a lot of campaigns. Liberty, intermediate. Westmere, intermediate. Obviously, I'm gonna search out the hard level campaign, and we're gonna start on that. No, not really. But I think there was a campaign that was advised at the end of the tutorial for being the absolute novice level, entry level campaign, but I forget sadly which of that is. So we have among novice levels we have the South Guard, an Orcish Incursion, and A Tale of Two Brothers, and Heir to the Throne. Fight to regain the throne of Wesnoth, of which you are the legitimate heir. Oh, cool. Well, not really. An evil mage is threatening the small village of Magier and its inhabitants. The village's mage sends to his warrior brother to help, but not all goes as planned. Can you help? Now that is actually kind of interesting. An Orcish Incursion. Defend the forests of the elves against the first orcs to reach the great continent, learning valuable tactics as you do. So that sounds like the campaign I was looking for. A young knight, Deoran, is dispatched to take command of the South Guard. Note, this campaign is designed as an introduction to Wesnoth. Oh, okay, so this is the one. The civilian difficulty level is aimed at first-time players. Well, it says novice level, so I don't know what the hell is with that, but sure, whatever. Also, I want to see if there's an undead campaign in this stuff. Looks like Descent into Darkness might be. Learn the dark arts of necromancy. Okay, so that's an undead campaign. Dead Water, this might be an undead campaign as well. They actually have undead mermen. If you can believe it, they have undead mermen in the undead faction. It's kind of funky. So we're gonna do the South Guard then. And I'm gonna do my best to sort of kind of just read what the text says for you. Okay, okay. Start the thingy. Okay, civilian, beginner, recruit easy, or soldier normal. I don't really want to insult myself by saying that I'm a complete noob, but for the purposes of just showing this, I am going to be playing on civilian. Let's see what happens. The really sad part is I recorded the tutorial twice and there were some really funny jokes in that. But, oh well. During the reign of Ulrich VII, the land of Wesnoth was peaceful. Conrad the First had driven off the orcs in the north. That's weird. The eastern forts were quiet and almost deserted. The elves in the western forest kept to their own affairs. In the prosperous south, men built new towns and farms. Some weird word associations. Let's see. For 8 years, the South Guard had defended the farms and homes surrounding the city of Weston, the capital of Wesnoth's frontier province of Kerlath in the furthermost south. The fiercest foe they had faced was the occasional bandit. The orcs were far to the north. In the Aethenwood, to the west, dreamed the elves, not foes of humankind, but keeping aloof from men. Only scattered few outlaws lived in the wildlands south of Kerlath, a bastion of the ancient heart forest of the great continent, so dense and gloomy that even elves forbore from dwelling there. Okay, so my reading is apparently 3rd grade level. Whoops. Then, in the spring of the 9th year, the reports from the South Guard under the command of Sir Loris suddenly ceased. King Huldrych decided to send someone to investigate. Well, there's a huge city here, so if the reports suddenly cease from the South Guard, when they cease from the city as well, and then they would know it's a major freaking problem and they should send a fucking army. Also, I don't know how they could just suddenly cease. I think it's... I've heard it plenty of times. I don't know if it's even in Game of Thrones, but cutting off communications is a really hard thing to do, even in medieval times. Especially, well, they had carrier pigeons. They had carrier crows, apparently, in some fantasy settings. So, I mean, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna kill every pigeon you see in the sky? You're not gonna be able to do that. So some messages will still get through, eventually. Unless, of course, you have... Well, you could have hunting falcons. Well, that's an interesting idea. Note to self, bring large party of falconers when you want to besiege a city and cut off all communications. Okay, so that's interesting. Then in the spring of the 9th year, okay, reports suddenly ceased. King Holdrick summoned a young, undistinguished but promising cavalry officer named Deoran. Deoran was the son of Haldiel, who had fought with distinction alongside Conrad I in the wars against the orcs. The king had a mission for Haldiel's son. Why does it say born to the banner there? I don't know, whatever. King Holdrick knighted young Deoran, and when he rose, tasked him to ride to Weston, to demand an accounting from Sir Loris, the commander of the South Guard. Accounting, that's whatever. Okay, so born to the banner, I guess that's the first scenario. And we're gonna have a nice little loading thingy. No, that's not a loading thing, that's just an animation. To Fort Tan. We have Weston, the city, we have Fort Tan for the South Guard, I guess. Southern Outpost. I like the maps. They're nicely drawn and stylized. Yeah. Isle of Alduin, huh? Yeah, that's a Skyrim reference. Blackwater Port. Though actually I don't know if this game was made before or after Skyrim, so that might be before or after that became a reference, excuse me. And we have Weldon. So apparently we are coming from Weldon and we're going... I don't know why we are going that far or whatever. Weird roads are weird. Sandy wastes. Sleepless sea. Mountains of peril, huh? That sounds ominous. Deoran found himself put to the test early in his command. Loris, the previous commander, had squandered his time in games and diversions, and bandits had overrun the land. Ah, so there's no orcs yet. You'll never take this village. I've seen your kind kill too many townsmen, and I'll defend them to the death, says Moreth. Deoran, my kind? I'm a soldier of Wesnoth, a messenger of King Haldrick, and the new commander of the South Guard. What do you mean, my kind? Sorry, sir, I thought you were one of the bandits who have been ransacking the towns and killing the villagers. What are you doing here? Sir Garrick and I were the last of the South Guard. I have been sent to take command of the South Guard and set things right. We must arm the villagers and drive off the bandits before they can do any more harm. Moreth, you should... excuse me. You should head to the river fort. Sir Garrick will want to know that reinforcements have arrived. Ah, interesting. Whenever you see a target that looks like this, you should move your leader, or whatever unit the dialogue just suggested, onto the hex that contains it. Urza Mathin is probably a bandit. Ha, this new commander is a mere boy. He will soon share the fate of that swine Loris. Well, he was a swine apparently because he was a gambler and a dumbass. Born to the banner. Victory. Investigate the river fort. Defeat Urza Mathin. defeat conditions, death of their run, or turns run out, 40 turns left. Gold carryover, early finish bonus, 40% of gold carried over to the next scenario. Gold carryover. But what does the early finish bonus mean? Is that like if I win within 20 turns? Does that... I don't know. Anyway, this game offers a lot of interesting options for carrying over things to the next scenario. So, if you've been watching my Heroes of Might and Magic series, if you've been playing Heroes of Might and Magic, you'll know that they have some campaigns where you can export your main hero, where you can export your general from one campaign to the next. Well, in Battle for Wesnoth, you can actually export every single unit that is still alive at the end of the scenario. So they get put into a sort of a buffer, maybe a queue. Anyway, it's a list, and you can use this recall feature to recall veterans from previous scenarios. I don't have any because I just started this campaign. So, other mechanics you need to be aware of. In order to recruit units, you need to have your commander in a fort or other fortification like this, where you have a main structure. He's on the main structure. You can't see it because it's a tent, it's beneath his sprite. And then you can use the hexes in the structure to do a recruiting action. And right now it looks like I can only recruit peasants. Interesting. Also, you can see here units have certain attributes. Obviously, this is a peasant, the name of the unit. A human, that's kind of their faction, I would say. Level 0, so you can level each individual unit, and certain units, I don't know if a peasant has that, certain units can morph into other units as they level up. So if you have, for example, an elven archer, you can morph them into ranger or something, or a marksman, I believe, or things like that. You get the idea. So you'll get one bonus or another bonus depending on what you morph that unit into, and obviously they get a buff to damage and so on. Lawful, neutral, and evil, I do believe, is there is a mechanic in this game regarding the alignment of units. So I think lawful units do more damage during daytime, neutral units don't care, and evil units do more damage during nighttime. We have the HP, we have the XP counter, we have the moves, that's the number of hexes that they can move in a turn, not counting terrain penalties, because this game has a lot of terrain movement modifiers. And we have 2 attacks, which is nice because I wanted to tell you about this. So you have a 5-2 pitchfork melee pierce, and you have a 4-1 pitchfork range pierce, which is kind of weird, but let's go with it for now. So 5-2 means each attack does 5 damage, and you get 2 attacks in an attack turn. The damage type is obviously melee and pierce. And you have another type of pitchfork, I would assume, because the pitchfork has reach, because it's a polearm, you know, a lengthy weapon. So it counts as ranged with pierce damage type. It does 4 damage and just 1 attack. If your unit is attacking another unit, obviously they should all have melee damage, so they each trade blows until they finish their attack cycle. So this unit would have 2 attacks at 5 damage each. Maybe some other unit would have 5 attacks at 3 damage each, and so on. So they trade blows. If your unit is using a ranged attack against a melee only enemy unit, then they will attack uncontested, so they won't be retaliated against. If your unit is attacking with ranged another unit that has ranged, you will both be trading blows again. There's also some magic stuff, but that also counts apparently, as far as I've seen, as ranged. So it might be ranged magic, for example, and you again trade. You know, if the enemy unit has some sort of ranged retaliation. Also, we can see a lot of details about the unit. If we click on profile, as you can see here, there are a lot of things that you can read regarding your units, you know, factions, terrains, commands, yada yada, all sorts of interesting stuff. Bats, drakes, dwarves, etc. So we have humans, spearman slash bowman. Oh, so they advance to a spearman, or they can advance to a bowman. Interesting. Oh, you can advance to a longbowman. Ah, I haven't seen that unit yet, so I can't know what it does. If you haven't seen a unit yet, you don't have the codex entry, or the encyclopedia entry, you would say. So that's an interesting exploration factor that you have in this game. Peasants are the backbone of the rural economy and the soldiers of last resort. While not warlike by nature, they will stubbornly defend their homes. However, if you're hurling peasants at your foes, you're clearly out of superior forces. So yeah, resistances, 20% resistance to arcane, probably because they're too stubborn. Defensive values. As you can see here, there are a lot of terrain types. So we have castle, gives a defensive bonus of 60%, frozen, defensive bonus 20%, and so on and so on and so on. I don't know why the number is gray, yellow, or green though. Maybe it's just a gradient of 0% no bonus to 50% kind of in the middle-ish, 30% getting yeah, whatever. And the movement costs, as I said. So this game gets a little bit complicated as you go farther along into it. Each unit will be its own unit, so there's no unit stacks like in Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Now, after I've talked a lot about that, I'm gonna recruit some peasants. Recruit me some peasants. I think we're gonna recruit 4 peasants. Okay, and you can see up here at the top we have the number of turns. The flag, I believe, represents whose turn it is. We have the gold in our stash. We have the number of villages, how many we have and how many are total on the map. Each village gives us 1 gold. Oh, what is it? 2 gold. Fuck, I don't remember. It's either 1 or 2 gold per village per turn. We have the number of units here, and we have upkeep, and we have income. Okay, and we have the current local time where I'm recording this. Okay, in case I play too much, because that might happen. This is an interesting game. So every village will provide upkeep for 1 unit until you have to start paying gold for that as well. Now obviously peasants not that heavy on upkeep, and you'll also notice that they get some let's see, some traits. You can see here. So trait resilient, plus 4 HP and plus 1 HP per level. Intelligent, minus 20 XP to advance. You have intelligent and quick, plus 1 moves and minus 5% HP. Strong and quick, plus 1 damage and plus 1 HP. And quick. And we have resilient and intelligent. Okay. Oh, we have loyal and resilient for Moreth. Loyal, 0 upkeep. Oh, cool. And resilient. So that's nice. Now I kinda wanna move my main guy. I don't wanna move him towards the objective just yet. I don't know, because I want to get some villages in order to get more more gold per turn and more upkeep. So I'm gonna move him there, and I'm gonna move this guy over here to get that village. Okay. Once you acquire a village, your unit will actually end their turns for that turn. End their movement for that turn, I do believe. Let's see what happens on the enemy turn. They're gonna recruit some bandits. Okay, so you'll see there that my unit completed its assigned moving instructions. I clicked one turn ahead of where it was going to be able to move, and at the start of the next turn it just moved where I wanted it to move. So you want to be mindful of that if you don't like it, so you don't make your units move into weird spots that don't react well to where your enemy will be moving. Also, I'm gonna show you how the attack mechanic works when I get a chance. But first, let's check out what the hell kind of units these are. So we have thugs, chaotic. So yeah, chaotic minus 25% damage in the daylight, and lawful plus 25% damage in the daylight. Okay, do we have any neutral troops? No, we don't. Oh, and leadership, what does that do? This unit can lead our own units that are next to it, making them fight better. Adjacent own units of lower level will do more damage in battle. When a unit adjacent to or lower level than and of the same side as a unit with leadership engages in combat, its attacks do 25% more damage times the difference in their levels. Okay, so he is level 2. So level 0 peasant will actually do 50% more damage if this guy is next to them. Whoa, that's good. That is actually good. And this guy, he's the same level, so he shouldn't get any bonuses. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. We have thugs, thugs and a bandit. So they have melee only attacks. Okay, so that's interesting. I will want to move my peasants over. I will actually move a peasant over there to get some more villages. Another peasant over there for the same effect. And so on. Okay. Now, I need to go through the fort. So I won't be doing that because I want to bring my main dude. I will be... Okay, so the map is actually pretty long. Okay, that's interesting. I can't move with anyone. Also, the tutorial taught me that I should use the N key to cycle between units that have not moved yet. Apparently there are no units that have not moved yet. So enter. Okay, they're moving through the forest and recruiting more units, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna move my guy here for now. I'm gonna keep getting more villages with my pikeman. Holy shit, that guy has 12-3 attack. Melee, pierce, and first strike. So what does first strike mean exactly? This unit always strikes first with this attack, even if they are defending. Damn! I'm having second thoughts about sending him to take villages, but yeah, he will still be close enough if he goes there. So I'm gonna send one peasant over there. I'm gonna send my other peasants over here like so. Okay, and we will try and deal with this. Okay, so we have plus 11 income per turn, 5 villages of 13 under my control, and we have... Okay, so these guys still have movement points, and I'm supposed to hit space to take that unit out of the order of units that still count as not having moved the turn. Space, space, space. Okay, no more units that I want to move this turn. Excellent. Okay. Oh, it's getting dark. I don't like that. I'm gonna send the peasant over to take that village, and I'm gonna get my heavy pikeman back. Also, what the hell is that? That's a village? That's actually a village? What kind of a freaky thingy is that? So enemy village, flat village. Okay, so own village, flat village, and that is village shallow water. Interesting. Okay, so let's take the fort. I do believe the fort is some sort of crossing that I should be mindful of, so that's what I'm gonna do. Sir Garrick, my lord, it is good that King Holdrick has sent you to our lands. Bandits have overrun the whole countryside and are killing and pillaging without pity. You must raise the south guard again and drive off the bandits. Deoran, no doubt I am needed here. Unfortunately, I have seen only farm tools to arm our men with. They are valorous but cannot fight bandits with pitchforks. Sir Garrick, I will open the citadel's armory. We have a supply of spears and bows, and lacked only a leader to bring us to battle with them. Sir Garrick is an infantry commander. He is a strong warrior in his own right, but when he is near less experienced troops, he makes their attack better too. Units that have a hero marker are vital to your campaign. If any of them die, you will lose the scenario, so guard them carefully. Head back to the encampment where you started and recruit some troops. Okay, I'm not going to be able to do that, so defeat of Sir Garrick. Okay, time to refinish bonus. Okay, so lawful leadership, loyal and resilient, melee blade. Damn, that guy has some good attacks. I am going to head back with my main hero, and I'm going to recruit, but I'm going to send Sir Garrick over the crossing, and he's going to conquer that thing. Sir Garrick, who goes there? Come out of the house now. Aleron, stay! It's me, Aleron. The villagers held me from the bandits when the town was overrun. They have kept me safe, though I was gravely wounded. I am glad to find you alive, Aleron. We feared the worst when you did not return after the battle. Let us punish these bandits for their crimes and murders. My wounds are healed, and I am ready for battle. Aleron is a longbowman, stronger and better trained than regular bowmen. His arrows are deadly to enemies without a ranged attack. Interesting. Okay, so we have that peasant there, we have this guy here who can't move, and we have some peasants. Okay, 2 turns for that. I'm actually going to send this peasant over there to take that little village in the underwater. Hopefully he's not going to get horribly murdered, but he probably will. He's probably going to find some mermen who are going to attack him immediately, and he's going to die. Whoops. Okay, so we're going to move this peasant here. We're going to move this peasant here. We're going to take this... Oh, which village do we want to take? Actually, I think I want to take this village with the bowman, and I'm going to take that village with Sir Garrick when I get the chance. And I want to move my main hero back to the fort, which will take a while. Okay, okay. Well, the river fort. Now technically it's a same kind of structure that would let me recruit, but there are no hexes for recruitable unit spaces, you know. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. As you can see, the units look really cool. Like that's sort of an old-timey. I call it 16-bit. I'm not sure if that's entirely accurate because I didn't really do console gaming in that era, but they look really nice. They're really nice sprites. I'm really happy with them. Okay, so N. No more units to move. Enter. Okay, we have enemy units. Thugs are the mainstay of the bandit armies. They do not have a ranged attack and are vulnerable to your archers. Deoran's lance will also strike fear into their hearts. Like all of the bandit units, they are much more dangerous at night. Yes, sadly. Ow! 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 Oh my god. So I need to pull back my my peasants. Your people have been allies of our lord, King Typhon, says the merman Mish. We will help you drive these bandits from your land if you allow us to live here in peace. Okay. Deoran, we welcome your aid in the fight against these criminals. The rivers of this land are yours if you will aid us in our battles, except when we want to take water from them for our industry, and when we want to shit and piss in them, and throw garbage in them, and other things like chemicals. If we want to throw chemicals in the rivers, then they are also not yours. But if you agree to those stipulations, then we can be friends. Well, yeah, okay. They didn't think that through very well. You may now recruit merman hunters. Mermen are aquatic creatures. Keep them in rivers and swamps and they will fight well. Put them on dry land and they're in trouble. Interesting. So let's see. Unit description for mermen. The merman warriors form the core of the merman armies. Wielding powerful tridents, they are a bane to any who dare enter their waters. Okay, they have, damn, 3 attacks at 10 damage each, melee pierce, and they are resistant to cold. Shit, that's some serious damage. Also, regarding serious damage, we have a 6/4 thug. Ruffians, we have thugs. Okay, so the thugs are actually really dangerous. Damn. This peasant will actually die if I don't pull him back. Sergeric. Okay, so that is a choke point right there. Okay, interesting. Also, I should really look into the unit description for the longbowman. Longbows are fearsome weapons, but too difficult for beginning archers to wield. It takes great strength to draw one, and the added range and power it confers remain useless unless one has good aim with the weapon. Longbowmen carry their weapons as a badge of pride, and most bowmen look forward to the day they can begin using one. Interesting. So he has 8-2 strikes in melee and 10-3 attacks in range. That's pretty good. Speaking of which, unit description for our main guy. Horseman Commander. Leaders of the border guards, mounted commanders are trained not only to ride and fight, but to lead. They command the garrisons that keep peace in the provinces of Wesnoth. Special notes, the leadership of this unit enables adjacent blah blah blah, we already read that. Oh no, wait a minute. Enables adjacent units of the same side to deal more damage in combat, though this only applies to units of lower level. Using a charging attack doubles both damage dealt and received. This does not affect defensive retaliation. So we have a lance 8-3 for strikes, and we have a mace 13-2 for melee. Charge. When used offensively, this attack deals double damage to the target. It also causes this unit to take double damage from the target's counterattack. Tricky. Okay, so we have the longbowman, who is a really strong unit. He can't really reach this guy, though I would really like to attack that guy because he's tough. So we can reach this other guy though. So you see the numbers here. So we have plains, we have forests, and we can even take him into the mountains, which is interesting. This number here, this percentage, means the defensive percentage that this unit will have if they attack, if they stay in that particular square. Also, oh no, that, yeah, I was looking at my stream, my recording preview, and looks like the interlaced gray out of the area that this unit can't move is looking really funky in the recording. So I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, so percentages. So I want to put him in an area with a better percentage. So I'm gonna put him in the forest, and then to attack I simply need to drag my mouse towards the enemy unit like so. And we have an option of attacks, and you can see here we have my guy attacking with a sword. His guy will retaliate with a club. 6-2 on each. I have 60% chance to hit. He has 50% chance to hit. We can also see profiles and stuff, and we also have an interesting thing called the damage calculations. So let's see, we have a longbow, time of day minus 25%. We have all sorts of interesting stats here that I really like for number crunching. So total damage 8-3, 60%. Chance of being unscathed 100%. Defender no usable weapon, chance of being unscathed 6.4%. Expected battle result HP 19 and 6.4%. 11. You can see right there the breakdown. 21.6% of killing this unit outright, 43.2% chance of leaving it with 3 health left. So obviously the better option is the longbow, as even the damage calculation suggests. So we have 8 strength and 3 attacks, 60% hit chance. We're gonna go with that. Oh, I suppose I would have gotten different damage calculations if I selected another attack type. We didn't do that much damage, which is sad, but I think we can run a peasant or two into this guy. So he has 6-2 attacks. This peasant has 8 HP left, so we're gonna send him well away from here. You can heal your units if you put them in a village square, and I would put him in a village square, but I'm worried that these other units will reach him and kill him. Let's actually see. So 5 movement points for this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this guy can also go around. So I will try to put him in the fort here, which would give him the best defensive options. Until I can get him to this village right there. Okay, okay. So we have that, and I want to take my pikeman over the river as well. But I'm going to wait with that until I move this guy into attack. So we have 30 defensive. Yeah, we can move on the mountains because it takes too much movement to go there. I'm going to attack like so. Glaive versus club, 60% hit for me, 70% hit for him. Sadly, he has a better hit chance. Damage calculations, nice breakup here. Gonna get battered no matter what I do. So I might have to retreat across the river at this rate. But I have the pikemen coming in, and I'm going to hopefully have some reinforcements coming in soon. Oh, and let's see what this unit... why isn't it good to have them on land? Merman fighter... Do they get a penalty if they're on land? Or what? So let's see, we have lawful 8-3. Let's see, I'm gonna put him on land and see if anything happens to his stats. Apparently nothing happens to his stats. I don't know, like... is it? So we have a merman warrior and we have a merman spearman. Oh, let's see what this guy has. Archery is little favored by the mermen, for whom use of javelins serve a similar function. Though thrown javelins are of little use under the water, they are extremely effective at the surface, where their weight allows them to plunge several feet below the water while retaining enough momentum to wreak damage. They are also useful in melee, even deep under the surface, which is something that certainly cannot be said of arrows. Well, throwing spears is good underwater too. I don't know what's up with that. I mean, I've seen enough Bond movies to know that they use spear guns underwater to shoot each other with. Okay, so I'm gonna move this merman a little bit further, I think, and I'm gonna move this other guy a little bit further too. Can't move this guy. Okay, so we're gonna attack with Sir Garrick, like so. Okay, let's see what happens. Damn it! What the fuck, man? You have really bad aim. Sir Garrick, HP 36, 6-4. Damn, he could actually die if we... Oh my god. Well, this could be a really short scenario. But let's try and distract this guy with some more peasants. Pitchfork, ranged attack, go. That was horrible. Just quit the army and just go away. Seriously. So we're gonna bring in my pikeman. Okay, let's see. Anyone? We haven't moved. Okay, so this peasant right here hasn't moved yet. Probably easier to go through here, though I'm not entirely sure about that. Not entirely convinced. Okay. This might be a brutal turn, and I might actually just lose here, which is fine because it fits in my 1 hour first video plan. So, anyone else? We have this guy. No, we're not going to move him. Anyone else? No. Again, I use the N key to cycle through troops I haven't moved, and the space key to take certain troops out of the queue of units that I haven't moved if I don't want to use up all their movement points. End turn, let's see. Ouchies. Ow! I'm going to die, aren't I? Sort of lucky so far. Oh! I might survive, I think. Oh, barely. Damn it, that peasant is gonna die, isn't he? No, almost. Damn, this is close. So, while in your camp, you can recruit more troops. Build up a small force to use against the bandits that Urza Mathin recruits. Bowmen have a strong ranged attack and are very effective against units that lack a ranged attack, like thieves and thugs. They also carry a sword and can defend themselves against melee attacks. Spearmen have a strong melee attack and are effective against most units. They also have a weak ranged attack. They form the backbone of the South Guard. The best army will have a mix of units who deal with the different enemies that you will encounter. For now, concentrate on creating a small corps of experienced bowmen. Okay, so obviously the game would have meant me to recruit more advanced units before I went across the pond, as it were, but I knew better, of course, and I did it anyway. So this guy, he's going to have to move here, and he's going to have to recuperate. I don't know if he will get the chance, but I'm gonna try. I have the bowman who can do some damage. I have the merman who can do some damage. So first of all, I think I'm going to attack like so. Yeah, let's do that. So 60% versus 70%. Let's see, what is the damage breakdown? Expected battle result. 29. Risky for my mermen, but I don't want to lose my heroes. Loyal and intelligent. Damn it, I don't want to lose a loyal troop, but... Oh, still took a lot of damage, but this guy only has 1 HP left. I could actually finish him with my peasant. I could actually try and finish him with my peasant. So let's see, we have 4-2, 7-4. Damage calculations. 70% expected battle result with 22 health. 84% chance to take that guy down. If I do the pitchfork only, it's 60%, obviously 60%. So, do I want to risk taking damage for a better chance at taking this guy down? 84%. That's like 24% extra chance to kill this guy. I think I do. Yes! First hit. Okay, so we're not that bad off after all. So, let's see. Which one of these do I want to kill? Obviously, the... Maybe first strike. Okay. So obviously the ruffian is the least of the two troops. I'm going to do a attack from behind with my archer. So I have the front lines clear for my spearman to come in and attack whichever one of these he wants afterwards. So I'm going to do a longbow attack on this guy and hopefully kill him. 50% chance to kill him. Let's see what happens. Done! Okay, so the spearman will also attack. Let's see, damage calculations. 93% chance of killing him and 71.3% chance of ending the battle with 61 health. Let's see if first strike attacks applies to all attacks in the 8-3 cycle, or if it only applies to the first ever attack in the cycle. Let's see. Nope, only first attack. Damn it. And he didn't kill him, so fuck. This guy could easily move over here and kill my Sir Garrick because of that little failure, which I really, really disapprove of. Moreth, you may have single-handedly lost me this scenario. Okay, so I took that. God damn it, Moreth. This is also a village, swamp village. Okay, so I can take my little villager peasant here and conquer that village. That's nice. And I will take my peasant. I think I will take my peasant. Well, let's not do that yet. 1 HP left. And I have 2 HP left. So, if I eat an attack, I'm going to die. If he eats an attack, he's going to die. We're going to do the pitchfork. I don't know why we're going to do the pitchfork, because I'm going to die next turn anyway. So we have 64, 74. Okay. So I'm going to die next turn anyway if this guy gets a shot at my peasant. So I'm going to do the pitchfork because at least if he misses the first retaliation, I still have a shot at killing him with my second blow. Fuck. Okay. Now time to recruit some units. Recruit. So we have mermen, hunters, we have peasants, we have spearmen, and we have bowmen. Now the scenario recommended that we recruit some bowmen, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna recruit all the bowmen because yes, bowmen. Okay, so we have upkeep minus, I don't know what the number in brackets means. I think it's the number of units that actually count towards the upkeep limit. Because we have heroes and we have peasants and we have mermen who have been gifted to us so far. So let's see, another bowman. Okay, and we're gonna move my hero back so he can handle this one lone bandit thing. Okay. We have this peasant. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. I think my hero can handle that, and my archers who are going to come through are going to be able to handle that. So I'm going to move my peasant here. Okay. So we have 11 out of 13 villages on the map. Only these are left. We have the enemy hero here. We have another thug, which is a dangerous unit here. And we have this thug, which Mr. Moreth failed completely to kill him with 3 fucking attacks. You dumbass. Anyway, we're probably gonna lose Sir Garrick at this rate. So this guy has 6 movement points. Shit. Because he has quick. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He would reach Garrick anyway. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna shamelessly save the game. And this might be the end of this scenario right here, which would be funny because it lines up perfectly with my timetable. Anyone we haven't moved yet. We have Sir Garrick, who's going to stay there and hopefully regenerate. If you stay on a village, the next turn, on the start of your next turn, you will regenerate 8 hit points, which is not a lot, but I can't really run anyway. So anyone else? Nope. Enter. Let's see what happens. Will anyone attack Sir Garrick? If anyone does, even this one ruffian actually, he will die. Ah! Eh? Oh my god! Yes! 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 Fucking A! Sir Garrick, my lord, the dawn is breaking. Now is the time for us to attack and drive these bandits from our lands. To me, men of the South Guard. No, excuse me. To me, men of the South Guard. And you know what? With that is the perfect ending of the 1 hour first look at this game. Sir Garrick being a badass. Like, he didn't get attacked by one of those 2 troops, he got attacked by both. And he owned them both with 2 HP left. That's what I'm talking about. Moreth, you should take some tips from Sir Garrick. During the day, your units will deal more damage and Urza Mathins less. That's the alignment thing I was talking about. The more of his troops you can defeat during the day, the better. And 8 HP regenerated for Sir Garrick. So, we are going to need to pull back Eleron. We are going to bring in some fresher troops to deal with this thug. And then we're probably going to advance on the enemy position. Hopefully in the next part of Battle for Wesnoth. I'm having a lot of fun right now. So there probably is going to be a next part. Let's save. Turn 7. That was awesome. And this has been Rexer of the YouTube channel NotQuiteThereGaming, showing you a free game that you can get right now called Battle for Wesnoth. It seems really fun so far. I can't find really many problems with it. If you like turn-based strategy, if you like hexes, if you don't mind the fact that each unit is its own unit and you don't have stacks like in Heroes of Might and Magic 3, definitely give this game a go. So, this has been Rexer of the YouTube and Twitch channel NotQuiteThereGaming, signing off.